Howdy there, Travis. Pedro, Miles, James, Jason, g'day. I gotta fix this thing up. I've got a couple of these. They're getting to the age now. You can see they're a little bit old. They're starting to get a bit of paint loss, a bit of maturity about them. But this one doesn't want to charge anymore. It's been getting more and more intermittent, and today I have not been able to get it to. See, if I plug that in, it should glow red. It ain't doing that, so that's a bit of a nuisance. I'm pretty sure it's not that. Yeah, it should definitely be charging, but anyway, so I'm just going to pull it apart and see what's going on. It's probably a connector, or at least I hope it is. And then of course, patina, is that what they call it now? So I know, yeah. Okay, what battery is this anyway? 18 650s. It's probably due to replace that anyway. Yeah, they're a little bit fun to get apart, but it's not too bad. So you can use your fingernails for this portion, get the lens out. And then you gotta be naughty and ruin your tweezers. Let's see. Unfortunately, that LED element is not exposed, so if you slipped on the tweezers, you're not gonna hurt the LED element. Okay. Sealed unit. And this should just be a hard yank. It's got an O-ring there, and that's about it. Let's see. Now, normally there's a circlip in here, inner circlip, not an exterior one. It's an inner one, but that's long since disappeared. Travis, exactly, yeah. Alright. That solves that. It's probably broken now. Interesting construction. Doesn't look like it's... Yeah, the contacts on that, so far as micro USB go, they don't look too bad actually. Actually, how the hell are they doing? Oh, they just got it like here. The soldering is a bit, as Dave Jones would say, how's it doing, or whatever, how you doing? Yeah, but that really doesn't actually look that bad. That's a bit of a concern. Well, I'll get this daughter board out and I'll give it a good clean up overall. Oh, damn it, where's that? Yeah, I bought a clamp specifically to be able to hold this sort of stuff for these situations. But do you think I know where that clamp is right now? Of course I don't. I'll just use a pair of self-closing tweezers. I know I've got those around. I've got a small pair and I've got a very large pair. Looks like it might be the small pair. Time to shine. So what chip is that? It's obviously some kind of regulating chip for the thing. Interesting, they've got plus 5V there, and then they've got negative 5V there. So that would actually mean it's a 10 volt system, but it is not. It's a 5 volt system. Oh, did I botch something up here when I did that? Whoops. Anyway, yeah, let's put 5 volts across those 2 points and see if we get a LED come up. Speaking of which, where the hell is the LED? That's weird. Oh, there they are, right there. Right, there's 2 LEDs there. Okay, so 5 volts. Just seeing, okay, so that positive goes through to there. Where's the negative one? Let's see, what's Jason saying? You can't expect a 10-year-old sleep-deprived child working for an hour to do a good job soldering. Well, that is quite true, yeah. No, I find helping hands to be an absolute pain in the backside. I've never been a fan of them. I did buy a few different sets over the years, and I've never really been a fan. I prefer my little tweezers, or like I said, I've got another vise specifically for this sort of thing. Let's steal some tips from the multimeter. What I'm about to do is not actually a good idea, because what I'm essentially going to be doing is, I've got voltage on these tips, and just the fact that if I drop the leads or something like that, they can easily make contact where they're not supposed to. Alright. Yeah, Arnold, that's to ground to the chassis. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see, you make a good point there, how that actually, maybe it's not ground, that's something else, I don't know. It's awfully close contact, and it actually looks like it's got a broken connection there. Like if I look really closely at that, you can see that's got a break in it. I wonder if that's the fault. Let's see if we actually get anything coming up. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll plug that USB connector in and then push that wire along and see if we get a win there. You never know, it might be that easy. That'd be kind of convenient. Although it doesn't have a battery connected to it, so I don't know how successful this is going to be. Aha! That was it. That's the bloody fault. Who gets that? Who spotted that? Let's see. Where is it? Notice. Damn it. Arnold G got it. Yeah, Arnold G got that. That is a very small break. I was going to say, because, the connector looks good and everything like that, but that's what it is. It's that has fatigued and broken, and that is why it's faulty. Wow, this may actually live up to being a quick fix after all. Did Arnold G spot the crack, or was he just actually trying to tell me to use that as a grounding point? That's the question. Did he really know what that was cracked? Or was it just a fortuitous suggestion that led us to the fault. Because it's actually meant to be that. It's meant to, this does run the positive across. Alright, so there's going to be not a lot of cracking of that. We'll just be an engineer and double it up there. The soldering on that's pretty subpar. It's a little bit cold. There we go. I don't think we're going anywhere this time. Jason, it's lasted me 4 years so far. So I figure I can get away with another 4 years, and at least if it does do it again, I know what the fault is. Especially given that it's my own gear. It certainly looks a lot better now. Pedro, you would know that, wouldn't you? Alright, now let's see if we can not botch up the reassembly, and let us hope that I actually didn't destroy it when I... Ach, niemand, come on. Oh, it's backwards, you idiot. Hey Jim. Pretty sure it goes in this way. Said I'm pretty sure it goes in. Now, come on now. Let's not be all shy. Damn it. I think what's happening is there's a push button assembly that's holding it back. Down the tube there's a oh, you've got it kidding me. How are you supposed to get that back in? Or maybe I'm doing it backwards. Maybe, no, that's definitely not how that's going to work. Yeah, Travis, this is more likely, yes, the 2 hour part. Hammer and percussive maintenance. Well, that's my kind of thing. Ach, niemand. Yeah, there we go. Ah, it's almost like a Chinese finger trap then. Well, I can't seem to make it too much flatter than what it is now, so... Aha, got it. Huzzah! It's just a case of getting lucky, as is usually the case. Okay. I gotta say, I do wish they'd used a different connector. I can only hope, worst case scenario, they bring out a USB-C version. It's still not ideal, but none of these lights torches really ever meet up to the convenience standard of the one that I used to have when I was a kid. And it was just a wall-mounted torch. It had nickel cadmium batteries in it, obviously that. But it was just a wall-mounted torch, and you put it onto the wall, and it would charge through a little DC jack that was aligned, kind of like how the Dyson vacuum cleaners do it right now. And yeah, you just grab it off the wall and away it would go, and you'd always know where the torch was, and it was always charged. But I've never found a torch as convenient. Funnily enough, it was an ARLEC too, as convenient as that one since. I would prefer a MagSafe style. Yeah, that would be good. Anyway, okay, so great. That is not aligned. The button is constantly depressed now. I'll have to give it some... damn it. Okay, so this may yet turn into the 2-hour part. Jason does a funny punny. Hey, Azimuth. That's interesting, Miles. We've actually had very good luck with our Dysons. Sorry you had dramas with yours. Alright, so something's gone wrong with the tactile assembly. What's going on there? Alright, we've well and truly buggered it. Travis, yeah, it's always the 2-hour part. Damn it. So it's working there. I'm actually not even quite sure what's trapping it. I guess the problem, yeah, with all the suggestions about what we could do about getting a torch like the old one is, why not just make a torch like the old one? Yeah, this is really weird. Very strange why I can't get this out. Yeah, we've got a V8 animal stick, and we've also got an animal ball, one of the latest ones. So that's something that's jamming it up here. Oh, what a colossal pain in my backside. Yeah, it's working fine there, but yeah, I can't, for some reason I can't get it out again. Maybe a half-inch auger bit down there, they'll fix it up. Hey, Coda. Oh, God's sake. How did I walk into this trap? See, the problem is it's dragging this button assembly with it when it should not be. That should be remaining. Well, it just shouldn't move. I'm going to try to see if I can hold it up like this while I force it out from behind. And hopefully I will not impale my wrist with a pair of tweezers. That would always be excruciating. Oh my god, the plastic is slippery as. Warm the outside of a heat gun. Not sure. It's a sloppy fit. That's the problem. Actually, if anything, and that is the issue, is it's a sloppy fit. And what's happened is it's kind of rotated out of the keyway. It's my guess. And now it's obstructing. That should actually pretty much fly out like that. You gotta love it when keyways get jammed. I'm sure people in the real industries, like, you know, fixing heavy equipment and whatnot, they know all about that sort of stuff. Someone gets a piece of equipment jammed, run the end mill too far or something like that. Get the key, it forces the keyway to be squished in inappropriate places and ways. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there's the keying there, and that's why it should actually not really get jammed, but yeah, it's getting jammed. Okay, that actually went in smoother, but again, what's going on here? Once again, it's jammed. Something's going on with the reinstallation phase. I don't even know if superglue is going to hold this stuff. That's the problem. Maybe it's upside down. Maybe I should be doing it this way. This little plastic optical thingy. Maybe I need to be putting it in that way rather than the other way. That might be it. Let's see, AV in his trailer hitch. Torch. Tony the Torch did the work. Did not. Well, oh, right. I had to get out the welder and 2 hydraulic jacks. Holy damn. That's. I don't watch AVE, but, yeah. Ugh. I certainly can admire the style of the work that gets done. It certainly talks the talk. Aha! That was it. It was that plastic insert, the optical insert. It had to go the other way up. Alright, let's try that reassembly process again. Clearly, tweezers are not the appropriate tool for that, but sometimes the appropriate tool is what you have on hand. Cody, you should just ditch the kid. I mean, aren't kids just a big fat money suck? And then they leave you anyway? Alright, but now the torch doesn't work. This is quite a epic. Alright, let's see if this bit works. And the charge still doesn't work. What the trucker did I put the battery in the right way? Did I damage it through all my manliness? Was that even the fault? I think I've damaged it. Well, at least we now know which way the button element goes. So we know what we need to know about a process of getting this apart. So what we'll do is we'll go back to fundamentals. We'll verify that this does in fact charge. Goddamn button's locked now. Again? Seriously? What do you want from me? Do you want me to bleed? Ain't charging. This thing's gonna go out the window soon. Hey Harold. Okay. Fundamentals. Do you charge? Nothing? Seriously? You want to ruin my day like that? So maybe it was something else. Doesn't seem that way. Or maybe it's not even meant to. No, it was definitely soldered on there. I'm just going to check to see if I've got any current draw going through that. Diddly F squat. Yeah, the charger brick is on. Alright, what have we done to it? Well, that's certainly connected. I just noticed something. It is actually the opposite of what we thought. That is definitely not meant to make contact. I just noticed that. If we look at this trace, it goes over to there. So we don't want to, unless they're physical. No, yeah, it's actually the opposite. So in which case, that's a really fucking awful design. Okay, let's desolder that and see what happens now. It's awful for the fact that if that is the case, now we'll prove it first before we try to blame too much, but if that is the case, what the hell are they thinking? I thought it was a little weird if it was going to be a positive, positive chassis, but I thought, oh well, they're obviously positive about that. Okay, we're just going to move that out a little bit on the side. Now let's see what happens. Yep, that's what it was. It wasn't the fact that that is a fire-truckingly awful design in that case. Fire-truckingly awful. Your fault, Arnold. Your fault for sure. Yeah, absolutely frickin' terrible. Why would you have in this design this here, which is obviously it forces itself against the case to form a ground pin? Why would you have it so that the elbow, the first one, runs so close to that blob? I mean, I've moved it away now, but it was running right there with no insulating thing. I mean, crikey. This is something I'd expect to see on like a Dave Jones teardown. Bloody hell. Yeah, look at it. Arnold backing away so fast you'd think he's... No, I'm not going to say anything yet. It's all your fault, Arnold. All your fault. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to make use of another really nice thing that someone sent me. I figured that soldering is about as bad as the original. Let's get some delicious MEK into us. Need a twig. Always need a twig. Okay, oh man, this stuff smells too good. It's not right that this smells too good. I know, I probably should have soldered the other side, but oh well. If you're wondering what smells so good, even though you can't smell it, I can. It's this stuff. It is really... if I was going to walk on the dark side of life, then this stuff is high quality. And I think it's got methyl what is it? MEKs, yeah, ketones in it. That should save us. Seriously, Miles, that stuff gives you a headache? I mean, I suppose maybe you're just huffing it more than I am. I don't recommend huffing it. It's like good food. You gotta just have enough, not too much. Like onions and garlic. Do I like the smell of gas? As in petrol? No, I do not. I find it very... I really do not enjoy the smell of petrol. And even more so now that I have a electric mower. Damn it, come back here, you squirrely little thing. Yeah, once you switch over to electric garden tools like electric mower, electric whip snipper and all that sort of stuff, you realise just how obnoxious the fumes are. And how thankful you are that you don't have them anymore. a little bit of a tricky start one way and then flip over and bonza. There we go. Okay, we do have clicky click. Yeah, as frustrating as this is, it's a damn sight easier than dealing with things like MacBook A2140, yeah, 820-1700 boards, bastard things. I had another couple today, they're all dead NANDs. They all came in, they read 4.5 to 6 ohms on the NAND side. You take the regulator off, it doesn't change, it's a dead NAND. Put it under the infrared camera and you inject about 1 volt, maybe 1.5 volts, and sure enough the NANDs or the board around the NANDs gets warm. It's like, yep, you're dead. Okay. Okay, we have a torch. That actually turns on. Now let's see if it will charge. Okay, it's very hard to see, but it's charging. I can see the red icon coming up. So you can just barely see the red showing up to indicate that it's charging, but it is. It's a little hard because there's light directly above, so anyway, so that's working. Whew. That was a bit of a drama. At least I know how to fix these damn things now. Hey, good morning, Paul Howell. Okay, what's the time? 23:48. Okay, time for me to close up. So that's good that that's fixed because I rely on these torches a lot. Like I said, I really wish there was a torch with similar lumens, yeah, anything 300 plus, variable focus like that. Not focus, but beam angle adjustment. Pretty good life, but had a better charging system. So yeah, like I said, I would like something like this. Yeah, it could be even a little bigger. But then I guess the easiest way for me to solve my problem here is to actually have a holder that holds the cable in place, and then like has a latching trap or something like that for the base and the top, or maybe something that bites onto the lip here, just, you know, a bit of flexible plastic. And so then you can just put it in at the base, push it forward, the lip catches, and it mates in with the connector. The downside is that this being a micro USB connector, it's going to fail pretty damn quick. So you would have to start out by... Really, why don't they just... I don't know why they didn't just put a DC jack on it, but I suppose everybody was relying on USB mini to be pretty much everywhere, but it's just such a piss poor connector for routine, regular, real life connecting. Yeah, the mini USB, that's a much better connector. If that had a mini USB, I would consider, you know, doing a 3D print assembly that I could put this in on the wall. But for micro USB, you've got to get the alignment just too... Yeah, it has to be too good. And the other problem is, of course, depending on where you put the focus selector ring, it may not suit it anyway. So anyway, yeah, micro USB sucks. It's just not durable. Mini USB, excellent. USB-C, tolerable. I would actually sooner go with lightning connector, you know, as in the Apple lightning port, this sort of thing. Because that is actually very easy to align with. Whereas USB-C, I mean, yeah, but it's got so many dooby-dackers in there, and what is it, 20 pins in there? Ugh, I don't know how that happened. If they had done the USB-C, but in the physical format of the Lightning, or something very similar with that, solid thick tongue, it would have been fantastic. I would have been right on board. But as it turns out, nope, they went for their stupid stick the tongue in the middle of the connector type thing, and it just breaks, misaligns, all that sort of crap. Anyway, rah rah rah, me complain. Check out that torch. What's this? Used to be used to signal Batman. Oh, the army shop torches. Geez, 650 for a Lenza X21. Is it even remotely rechargeable? That's the other thing, is you get these really big torches and they need you to pop the batteries out and things like that. I definitely need one that can be charged on the body. Jim Allen, I got to agree, putting that charge port on the underneath of the mouse, that was truly dumb as bricks. I will definitely not argue with anyone over how stupid that choice was. Agreed. Alright, listen, I'm out of here. Thanks for keeping me entertained while I sorted this out. And Arnold, well, to be honest, at least you pointed the way, as gave me like, hey, look at that. So there you are. You're forgiven, even though I inferred that you told me it needed to be connected. It's all good. I'm out of here. You all take care. I'll catch you later.